Good evening. Actually, it's morning, and I am Draven 2000. We're here at Rose Island Park in Charlestown, Indiana. Today, we will be hiking in the daytime. You may have seen our last video where we tested our ghost gadgets. Well, we're gonna be doing that in broad daylight, so let's see if we get anything. As for new additions, we have a spirit box now. Ooh, entertaining. And as always, behind the camera, faithful Billy Balthazar.
What's up?
He's not dressed up today because he's a coward.
I'm a loser.
Remember to like and subscribe, and we will bring you more content. Goodbye. Look at the magnificent decline in elevation we are going down. This will be a nightmare to hike back up. Please refrain from calling me the budget taker in the comments. Here I am on a park bench. It is quite the decline out here. As you can see, we're going pretty low. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if our eardrums were to burst. We're going to try to get some spirit box readings here, and you know, this relic of a bench, somebody's bound to have perished in this area, so let's see what we can get from the spirit box. Here we have our newest Amazon product. Jeff Bezos, sponsor us.
For God's sake, sponsor us.
We need money. As you can hear, it's quite annoying, but once we start sweeping, it'll get better. Billy Balthazar is going to ask the questions.
Are you one of the people that died in the flood back in the 30s?
Sound like no man to me.
No, man? Well, how did you die up here? Or are you just a wandering spirit?
I didn't hear anything.
Sounds like you're getting radio stations.
Said something about remorse.
What are you remorseful about?
This.
You're remorseful about coming here? Or being stuck here?
The back.
The back?
The path?
Did you die on the path?
Yes. Your guns?
How do you know we have guns? Instinct.
All right.
That
Well,
was...
that was eventful. You may ask why we come to paths to, let me fix my mustache, to check for ghosts. And let me tell you, it's because who knows how many feet have tread these long before they came to be state parks. You know, we don't know. There could have been pioneers coming through here on wagons and with bayonets in tow. And isn't that pretty? There's a bridge behind me.
Yeah. There's a shoe in there. Don't know if that means anything, but it could. Who knows?
As you can see, yet another mysterious shelter. This is probably where you hide from the Rose Island cryptid who has yet to be discovered, but if anybody can, it'll be me. As you can see, the beauty of nature never ceases to amaze. In this daytime footage, you're actually able to appreciate what we see. Simple sewer? Nonsense. This is a fallout shelter meant to protect the weak from the nuclear blast that is surely coming our way.
Easy, Draven.
Yeah, you try hiking down the trail in loafers.
I'm wearing boots like a man.
Dragon slayers don't wear boots.
Is that jet ski?
As you can see, somebody has abandoned a jet ski. We will investigate. Perhaps we can find some ghost activity.
Oh yeah, she's been here a while. Spirit box is live. Is there anybody here?
Is the spirit who possesses this jet ski still around?
Are you one of the people that died here when it flooded? Can you tell us what happened to you?
Is there anybody here? Oh, goodbye. Guess nobody died with the jet ski, they just abandoned it.
Yep.
So our second location was a bust. No spiritual activity. Oh well, there's only one thing to do, and that's to go down towards the bridge and hope we can find it empty. Until then.
Now, as you see up here, that blue tape, that is the 1937 flood that flooded a lot of parts of southern Indiana and northern Kentucky, and I believe places in Ohio as well. A lot of people died back then. I believe it was 234 people died. Growing up in Kentucky and Indiana, you hear about the flood all the time. And that's part of the reason Rose Island is no longer here. A lot of the buildings were washed away.
The Portersville Bridge. Seems it has been here since 1912. We will do an investigation right here at the middle of the bridge. It certainly does make some sketchy noises.
And the boards move under you.
That is a long fall.
We are 200 feet up, I think is what it said from the water.
This is not 200 feet. We're 200 feet above sea level, perhaps.
Maybe.
All right, let's investigate. First, we will take EMF readings. As you can see, no activity, even on the steel of the bridge.
And for those people saying ghosts are not out in the daytime, that is completely not true.
Yeah, just think if you were a ghost, you'd probably want to take a leisurely stroll. I mean, look how beautiful it is out. Let me show you how to scratch it. Watch and learn. Sweep rate of 300 milliseconds. Billy, ask the questions.
Is there anybody here?
Sick of this shit? Are you trying to say a lot of people ask you? Are you gonna let me talk?
Are you saying a lot of people come through here asking if you died in the flood?
Yeah.
Well,
Their tail.
their tail. I mean, that
Their
technically...
tail's fake. Is that what you said?
I don't think you can fake a flood happening here. There's pretty good documentation here.
Are you saying you were murdered? No way.
No way. Okay.
Water.
Water?
Okay.
Yeah, there is water down there.
That's how he died.
Oh. Did you drown?
Dead for being on a podcast. Are you a recent victim? No.
No. Were you a victim of the flood back in 1937? Exactly. Did you hear her say exactly?
I thought it said normal. The killing.
The killing.
Here we have some of the history of the park. Read at your own discretion. You may pause the video, of course.
Always pause if you want to read. I'll get a little closer.
Jeez, Billy, don't bore them.
I'm trying to make it quick. You know, some people might care of the history that we are gonna kind of skim. John, put that in like ×4 speed.
We are right here, and we started back here. No, wait, did we start over here? Here was the Great Flood marker. Before we crossed the bridge, it was way over our heads. Now that we've crossed the bridge and walked a little incline, we are merely ankle deep in the water. It is hard to think about how vast the flood of 1937 really was and how it affected Kentucky and Indiana. You want to hear some of the history, you'll hear it from the park itself.
The Ohio River Great Flood of January 1937 surpassed all prior floods during the previous 175 years of the Ohio River Valley. The overall scope of the flood surpassed the major floods of 1884 and 1773, and geological evidence suggests the 1937 flood outdid any previous flood. 70% of Louisville was submerged, forcing 175,000 residents to flee. 90% of Jeffersonville, Indiana was flooded. As you tour Rose Island, look at the flood marker on the river posts. The markers illustrate the level of the 1937 flood. As you get closer to the Ohio River, the flood markers are higher. Imagine the amount of water that covered Rose Island. At Louisville, the crest of the 1937 flood was a full 10 feet higher than the second highest crest set in 1945. At Elbert Lar, the 1937 flood crested at 85.4 feet. By way of comparison, flood stage is 55 feet.
And there you heard it. My arm is tired.
To select the method.
Now that we're closer to the riverfront, you can see the original stone pillars that the original bridge sat on. And now this is all that's left. The true passage of time. It will one day sweep us all.
True poetry. As you can see, we are by some stone obelisk. I believe it to be a flagpole. Billy Balthazar says he believes it to be a vampire grave, so...
I believe this is a spot you would seal a vampire, okay? It makes sense. It's about human body sized, pretty deep, all concrete. If you were to put a stone tablet over top, it'd be pretty hard even for a vampire to get out. Just saying.
We're going to do another paranormal investigation.
Stranded?
Are you stranded?
Can't get out.
Are you the person who belongs to this weird thing?
I'm Jerry.
You're Jerry.
Your name is Jerry?
Touched.
You'll hear him.
Touched?
You'll hear him. Who?
You know me.
Are we in danger, Jerry?
Should we leave this area?
To bring.
Human. We are human.
It's arguable.
The top.
The tide? You were killed by the tide? Be honest, Jerry, you're not giving us much to work with here. So you don't feel like talking anymore, huh?
A lot of wandering spirits through here.
That will conclude our ghost hunting. It is I, Draven 2000, and I am segueing into the outro very professionally right now. As you can see, I am at the famous arches of Rose Island Park, and we have completed our first act of the tour of this hiking trail. It was pretty successful, I'd say. We've talked to spirits, we've ventured into brave unknowns, we have ended right where everything began. If this were flooded right now, it would be about right here. So pretty brutal, considering that's the normal level of the river over there. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, we did it first. Oh, and remember to listen to Blinded. All right.